Hi, this is Jim Chu from Royal LePage's Loretta Finney team. I'm here with Russ Donnelly of Senior Helpers. Hi, Russ. How are you today?
Good morning, Jim. How are you doing?
Good. So thank you for taking the time to speak with me. My first question is, what is Senior Helpers?
Thank you. Great question. Well, what we do is we have a team of caregivers that provide in-home assistance for seniors. The real focus and the goal of our business is to allow seniors to remain in their homes as long as possible and allow them to age with grace and dignity. We have a wide range of care that's available for seniors, depending on what their care levels are. So we don't offer a gold, platinum, silver package, so to speak. Every care plan is unique for each individual that we work with. These care plans can be delivered in their private residences, if they live in a retirement community, if they live in the home of their children, wherever they may be and where they need help is where our caregiver can be.
That's great. That's great. And in this time of what's going on, a lot of seniors are moving back with their children. So yeah, it's something to take advantage of. And so speaking of that, well, we briefly talked about it, but again, if you would clarify, why should they use your service?
Sure, and I think it's a couple of things. It's the flexibility that we offer. It's the care that we offer. So our care range is very, very vast. We offer non-medical care, meaning we don't have nurses that go into the homes. We have personal support workers. So we can't do injections. We can't change dressings, that kind of stuff that a nurse does. But our personal support workers can be in the home and can assist the senior if they have mobility issues, if they need help transferring from a bed to a chair, onto the toilet, help them with their personal hygiene needs and showers, etc., help them dress. And on top of that, our caregivers also always provide the seniors with companionship and socialization, which is incredibly important. As many people are seeing these days, being in a bit of a lockdown like we are, you begin to get a little cabin feverish, and some seniors live like that all the time. They're alone 24/7. So our caregivers go in and they provide that companionship and that socialization. Our caregivers also help with meal preparation, with medication reminders. They can take the senior on shopping trips to get groceries, to pick up prescriptions, to go to the library, the community center when those things are open. Or the caregiver can run those errands for the senior and bring the stuff back to the home. So it's an incredibly diverse range of services that we offer. At the end of the day, what our focus is to ensure that those seniors are safe in their homes, that they're able to age with grace and dignity, and that we're enriching their lives somehow. We're there to help them. We're there to work with them. We're not there to tell them what to do. When our caregiver visits a client, yes, a bath and some other tasks may be performed, but it's not like they go in and say at 10 o'clock we have to be in the tub and at 10:05 we have to do this. And no, our caregiver's there and says to the client, what's your day look like? What do you want to do? And they really try and build that relationship. Another important factor of how our care plans work is as much as possible, 90% of the time, or not, if more, we want the same caregiver going back in with the client. So they build that relationship. We've had clients, we opened November 1st of last year. We've had a client since December that we've had the same caregiver in there for the past 5 months. They're like mother and daughter now, which is fantastic. The client looks forward to the visits every day when a caregiver shows up. And they've got a great relationship, and that's amazing. That's what we want to see. We want to have that, so that again, there's that enrichment for the client.
That's great. So, all well, sounds great. Great service. So, how much does it cost? And also, does any of it, any kind of government subsidies to help those that might be a little bit on fixed income? So so how much does it cost, and if there's any kind of government assistance for this?
Sure. So we are a private pay business. There are some insurance plans that do cover, that some people have, that cover parts of the payments for us, but there aren't any government plans as of yet. Now that is something that is being discussed right now. We're a member of Home Care Ontario, which is an advocacy group, and something that the government has realized, especially with this understand that keeping people in their homes is probably a lot better option in many cases. So they're actually working right now to develop plans to allow people to stay in their homes longer and utilize services like ours. Currently not available, but I think it will happen very soon from what we're hearing, which is great news. Obviously, again, people are safest when they're in their homes. So, so that's what the government is realizing. Our fees range anywhere from $32 to $35 an hour, and it just depends on the level of care that's needed. Again, there's no, you don't have to pay more to get more, so to speak. It's just on a more specialized caregiver, of course, costs a bit more. Our minimum shift is 3 hours. That can be 1 day a week. It can be 5 days a week. It can be 3 days a week. It can be 7 days a week. It could be 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day. It could be 8 hours a day. Again, it's completely personalized for what the client requires and what their budget is. So we work very closely with our clients and with their families to make sure that we're coming up with a plan that addresses the needs of the person and of the senior and also fits within their budgetary constraints.
That's great. Thank you. So you probably stirred a lot of interest. Hopefully you stirred a lot of interest in my viewers. So if they want to get more information, how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, a number of ways. So of course we're on the internet like everybody else is. It's seniorhelpers.ca/Mississauga. We cover Mississauga and Etobicoke is our sort of quote-unquote territory, although Senior Helpers is newer in Canada, so we really have free reign to go anywhere we want, which is quite nice right now. We also have a Facebook page. It's just under Senior Helpers Mississauga, which they can find. Our phone number is 905-216-1990. And that my wife and I own this business, so when our office phone rings, it rings right here on my cell. We answer our phone 24/7, so people can reach out at any time. We're always here for our clients, and the process is fairly simple. If somebody's interested in engaging and looking at a care plan, prior to the pandemic, we would visit them in the home and make sure the home is safe, identify any potential hazards, trip hazards, lighting issues, etc. Today, we're doing that by Zoom, quite frankly, like most people are. We've been able to transition and do that by Zoom and to have that discussion, because it is a fairly deep discussion we need to have to understand what care is needed. So this isn't something where people don't just phone us to say, send me a caregiver. It doesn't work that way. We really need to understand what they need, what they're looking for, what their goal is, so we can match up that right person and get the right person in there. And that's just something else to add on the caregiver side. Matching the caregivers is incredibly important. We have clients where there's been specific language issues, where they wanted somebody that spoke a specific language, so we've found caregivers that can do that for them. We've had, clients ask for a younger caregiver, an older caregiver, a male caregiver, a female caregiver. We really want to try and match the person up as best as we can so that there's a good relationship between the client and the caregiver. And just back to our services that we offer, and something that might be relevant to a lot of people in your space on the real estate side. We have worked with 2 clients recently that were downsizing and moving out. Our caregivers actually went in and spent about 5 weeks helping them pack up, helping them get rid of a lot of stuff, taking stuff to Goodwill, taking stuff to donations, helping them sell some stuff, and then help them transition into their new home as well. Because these people didn't have family around, they didn't have other people to help them with that. So we were able to use our caregivers to go in and give them that kind of assistance as well. So.
Great stuff, Russ. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. And I'll have all your contact information in the details below this video if anybody wants to get in touch with you. So thank you again. Once again, this is Jim Chu, Royal LePage's Loretta Finney team. And what I always like to say is whether you're buying or selling, just hop on the choo-choo train. All right? Take care.